Hello, magic makers and change seekers out there in the big wide world. How are we today? It is Bron Lee from Star Collective joining you live, complex trauma specialist, consciousness and energetic alchemist. Right now, I am here to talk to you about messages. Sorry, just something popped up there and I had to try and work out what it was. Little distractions. I'm here to talk to you, not about little distractions, but I'm here to share with you some impromptu messages from Source. This is intended to be general guidance for this week and the energies that we are working with and how we can best navigate our week ahead. So general reading. Hello, good morning, good evening. If you are joining me from the Northern Hemisphere, hello everyone. I decided to do this a little bit different because we've obviously just had some big celestial events happen and there's lots of stuff going on at the moment. I am a little bit later than expected because there's also lots of stuff going on offline in my world that I am working on at this point. So, and pausing to do so as needed. All right. So if you are joining me, pop a comment in and say hello. If you have anything that you are dealing with right now, over the coming week, if you have something in mind that you would like clarification on or some sort of guidance around, keep it in mind. This is a general reading, but if you are joining me, there will be a message here for you. That's how I roll. So good morning, Laurie. Good morning, Janice, in my group. I'm streaming this to my group as well as to Spiritual Events Directory. And also our Star Collective trauma training page. So thank you for joining me. And like I said, if you have any sort of questions or anything that you are pondering or would like some insight on or clarification around, keep them in mind, keep them in heart as I undertake these readings. Hey, Deb. Hello, McGlynn. Hello, Tanya. How are you? Is it McGlynn, Tracy, or Tracy? I'm not sure. McGlynn. Hey, Gemma. How you going? All right. So, like I said, if you have any messages any questions or anything you would like guidance on in mind, absolutely keep that in the forefront. And we are going to, Tracy, I thought so. And we are going to have a little conversation and see what comes up, see what messages come up for us today. Yeah, let's get into it. So I have got a number of cards here. Laurie, what is this I'm hearing of the Earth forming another Earth and only a few people are going to the new Earth? I don't know, Laurie. Honestly, I don't know. There are so many theories abounding about, this is happening and that's happening and this is going on and that's going on. Yes, we are in a state of transition. Yes, we are in a state of healing. Yeah, I don't know. I know what I know based on my connection. And absolutely, transformation is always going on because we're universal consciousness and energy. But look, things are absolutely shifting, and there's no doubt about that. We are experiencing some significant shifts. However, what I always say to people when it comes to this stuff is we are being guided individually to do the work we need to do in order for collective expansion, evolution to occur. So whatever you are guided to do individually is the important work, right? If you are guided to heal certain wounds within your family lineage, that is very important work. If you're guided to be a rebel, to be a change seeker, to be a way shower, to be a healer, to be a creative, if you are guided to create and you follow that guidance and that self-expression and be true to that, then you are doing the work to assist the evolution and transformation that's occurring on our planet, whatever that looks like. That's just how it is, because we are all intrinsically a part of universal consciousness. So as you know, whatever we do is rippled out into the fabric of the all. And that's kind of just how it all works, right? So that's that, really. Yes, there's transformation going on. Yes, we're all a part of it. Do we concern ourselves with the overall universal transformation going on? Well, we can if we like. Does it serve us individually? Not necessarily. Sometimes it can become a distraction. So, in other words, I look at it as, you know, we focus on what we are here to do. We focus on our path. We focus on the work we are doing individually to expand and evolve and grow. How that work expands, evolves, and grows our tribe, our family, and then the ripple effect flows on into our collective. So hopefully that makes sense, Laurie. But that's how I roll, because otherwise we can get very, very caught up in all of the, you know, hows and whys and wheres and whens and everything else. Absolutely. That's exactly it, Laurie. That's exactly why we're here, right? To be the best version of us we can be in this lifetime. That's pretty much it, in a nutshell. So, and the rest we leave to, you know, universal consciousness, because we are that, we are a part of it, and we don't need to necessarily know everything. The ego wants to know desperately. Our ego loves knowing. It can't help it. It's very, very inquisitive, because it forms our self-conscious. So it needs to be inquisitive. It's a good thing. All right. So let's get down to it and let's draw some cards. We are going to start with the Elemental Oracle today. Simply because I have it right here in front of me, and I love, love, love it. If you are here and seeking guidance and a message, there will be guidance and a message for you that comes out in these cards. It is a general reading. However, the way I roll, my intention is always to connect in with any energy that requires guidance at this time on any questions. And so it is general guidance, but will likely, or some of the guidance there will be that resonates for you specifically, and potentially around whatever your question is as well. So the first two cards that have come out from the Elemental Oracle are both related. It was one on top of the other. And good morning to everyone joining me, or good evening if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. Hopefully you can see those. Fire and pressure. Pressure was actually on top of the fire card, and the fire card was underneath. So it's very timely, I feel, that we get these messages, because I know a lot of people have been feeling the fires of transformation and transmutation, and they also do bring with them a lot of pressure. So there'll be instances and circumstances and situations that people find themselves in, and people have been finding themselves in over last week, that will run into this week potentially, the start of this week, especially around feeling a bit of pressure. It might be that you want to, or you are needing to show up for something. There's something you have to show up for in your life, but there's a little bit of resistance, a little bit of inner conflict about showing up, about being seen in the way that you are now looking to be seen, whether that's in a job situation, or whether it's in you starting something, or whether it's in you being seen more within your family dynamic or your relationships or friendships or whatever it might be, however it applies. There's this kind of like a sense of pressure to show up, like I have to show up, I must show up, almost like an obligation. But the pressure that you are feeling is really as you are stepping into a new aspect. I always kind of see eclipse energy, and especially around a retrograde. I think this has been a very significant one because what it does is it highlights for us any areas where we are sort of shedding the old and moving into the new. It's a very transitional time. Eclipses to me are very transitional times and mark very transitional times and moments in our individual world and our collective world. And interestingly, we've seen as the eclipse was happening, we saw a transitional moment in our world and no political leanings or affiliations here whatsoever, but just an observation as all of this eclipse stuff and everything is going on. There's also the coronation of a new king, whatever. When I'm not going anywhere political, but there is this coronation happening, right? And there is this whole charge around that. And of course, it's happening at a retrograde, and it brings up all these past memories. I saw a lot on social media and Facebook this week, for instance, about, the trauma coming up even around that and around, the loss of Princess Diana and things like that. So these things come up into the light in retrograde. And it's been like there's this whole transition occurring, but there's also this whole past trauma associated with that transition coming into play as well. And so this can be happening. Past wounds can be coming up as transition is coming and as transformation is happening and as new cycles and new beginnings are occurring for individuals. So for you listening, new beginnings coming into the picture, new potential, new possibility arising. And what happens is there's old wounds coming up alongside that as well. It's like the past coming in to kind of tap on the present shoulder and go, remember, I'm still here and I still need to be healed through. And if you want to transition into this new beginning, there's an element of transformation, the fires of transformation that need to come into play. So there's almost like a discomfort and a pressure in the sense that there's a feeling of being, in the fires of transformation, and those fires of transformation can feel uncomfortable. They can feel like burning down old relationships, burning down, old paths that we were on, sometimes burning old bridges even. And so, the pressure of that can feel quite significant, but there are new beginnings coming in, to go with it. And those new beginnings, it's the old story. You don't get the diamond without there being pressure, without pressure being applied. It's the same kind of thing. You're not going to experience the new growth coming in and the new potential for expansion without the discomfort, without the pressure, without the fires of transformation. So it's not, these times, they are times where it's like celebration as well as grief and a sense of loss and a sense of pressure and discomfort go hand in hand often. And so it can feel There can be moments of elation and moments of, oh my God, it's almost like a bit of a roller coaster sense that I'm getting. Like this fire twirler. I mean, anything can kind of happen. But ultimately, the pressure is the transformation. And we can see that sense of transformation on this card, even, with this figure sort of in this flux and in this flow. And this is what the pressure is doing. It's creating this transformation. So this week is a week of, there will be change. The change can feel a little bit uncomfortable. The change can feel like a little bit of pressure. So just be prepared for that and know that when you feel under pressure, when you feel that like sense of things burning away, or the fires of transmutation coming up to change a relationship or change a circumstance or change a situation, just know that it's happening. That pressure is happening because there is this transformation coming at the other side of it. Okay, it's not for nothing. It's for good reason and for growth and expansion, ultimately for your growth and expansion into something new. This is a general reading for those joining me, and I am now going to draw some cards from the Cosmic Dancer so we've got so far we've got the fires of transformation, and we've got the pressure building around those and around the change that they are bringing, okay, over this week. And now we are going to use the Cosmic Oracle just to clarify around what's helping us move through these challenges and these times, what can help us, what can assist us, how to best navigate these times as well. Okay. Good morning, Michelle. Woo. Hello, Michael. Hello, Gemma. Hello, Christine. Nicole. Hello, hello. Lovely, lovely people. Hello, Lisa. Hello, everyone. Hey, Kay. Hey, Susan. I have a daughter that's not talking to us. Will she ever again? There's healing to be done, Susan. Fires of transformation and change. Healing to be done. We cannot change things doing the same thing, and we certainly cannot change things just hoping that it will change. We must also take action. So, I would ask, what actions are you taking to change that dynamic within your family? That is a deeper healing at work with you and your daughter, healing your matriarchal lineage, Susan, the mother wound, the daughter wound. What is it that you are doing around that to heal that? That is what is going to shift the relationship with your daughter. The work that we do around the relationships is what shifts the relationships. Okay. Oh, so I've got some fabulous cards that have come out for guidance around how we can. Hello, Luciano. Well, you have to go through a process in order to let it go. Letting it go isn't just like, click your fingers and you let it go. It's the problem in our world. Everyone's like, just let it go, just forget about it. You actually have to go through a process of letting it go in order to let it go. Letting it go is a process, right? First, you need to know what you're letting go, of course, and acknowledge that. And then you need to know how to move through that. And in order to let things go, we need to know what part of us is hanging on to them to start with. And we need to work with that part of us that is sitting in an old wound, that can't let it go because they're sitting in an old wound. And we need to be able to work with that part in order for them to be liberated enough to let go of the hurt. But that's a process. It's what we do with Star. All right. So Be authentic. If anyone wants more on anything that I'm talking about, any more info on trauma-informed healing or work or healing family lineage or healing mother wounds, healing father wounds, inner child work, all of this stuff, we wrap it up in a neat little package with Star. And I talk about this a lot more in my group, which I'm also streaming to today, my beautiful group, Star Healers for Humanity, where shift happens. If you want to be a part of it, the link is in the description of this video. Might also be able to pop it in here. Certainly can. There you go. So there's also that link that you can use and join my group. And I do full and new moon readings, and I do talks in there on trauma-informed healing, and we release all sorts of new programs and workshops and things in there as well. All right, so the 3 cards that came out, I'm going to go over these individually. They are amazing cards. Again, this is the Cosmic Dancer Oracle, and this is what it's about this week. All right, so I will get to questions and things. Hello, Nicole. I will get to any questions and things. You're welcome to write any questions down. Ask me anything about things that I'm talking about and discussing, and general guidance. Like I said, I'm not doing individual readings, general guidance. But if you want to ask me something, by all means, write it down. I will get to it. I am going to go into these messages and just channel through what comes, and then I will pause to answer questions. Okay, because these are big messages, and this is where it's at this week, right? Like we were talking about, we've got this sort of pressure and these fires of transformation and transmutation coming in this week. We've got change happening. How do we navigate that change? The first card that came out is Feel. Feel. I love this card. It's absolutely beautiful. And this is about embodying all of the feels. If you look at this card, there's been storms, there's been chaos in the background. It's been very, very stormy. You only get a rainbow after a storm or after rain. You can't get a rainbow without the rain, right? So it's like the feels. We want all of the good feels. This goes alongside the pressure and the fire card that we had from the Elemental Oracle, right? Because you need to go through these transitional moments and these moments of pressure and these moments of storminess and these moments of like, I feel like I'm under all of this pressure and I don't know how to deal with it. You need to go there in order to get to the moment of the rainbow and the expansion. We see here that the rainbow represents expansion. And as she's feeling into all of that, she is feeling into universal energy and consciousness here as well. So this is really about, yes, absolutely, Michelle. This is the coming out of the storm, so this is what we're being told this week is just know that what is coming is the rainbow, right? It might feel like you are under pressure. It might feel like a bit of a stormy moment as you are going through the pressure of it, the pain of it, the hardship of it, the challenge of it, the fiery transmutation, the falling away, whatever it might be, relationships changing. It could even be conflict coming up in relationships that you're suddenly having to face that you've been afraid of facing. And it can feel like all of this energy kind of at play. We've got all this stormy energy at play in the background. But what's on the other side of it as you work through that this week is the rainbow, right? Is all the good feels that we want. So, and it's interesting, we're talking about it being over a week. It's a 34 card, a 7. So, going into flowing over the weekend and into the following week, this change is going to potentially feel a little hard and heavy at the beginning of this week, like pressure, but as you move through it, it is going to feel more like the release, the expansion, right? All of the, even the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. The other thing that is important this week is to maintain connection with others as you are working through this. Okay, so collaboration is going to be important. If you can bring other people on board, if you can work with other people, if you've been contemplating working with other people, if you can align yourself with like-minded people. Important, especially as you're going through this work, as you're going through these shifts and changes. You are going to need connection. You are going to need collaboration, and you may potentially need some people to support you further and additionally as you undertake whatever healing journey you are undertaking and transformation trajectory you are on this week. So, let the connection in. There's going to be a need to be vulnerable as well, because the other card that came out is be authentic, right? So you're going to need to be vulnerable in letting people know that you need connection, you need collaboration, you need support. You need maybe some additional support at the beginning of this week as you move through to that rainbow at the end, right? Know that that's coming. So don't feel, often we're reluctant, reticent to ask for support or additional help. We don't want to burden people, or we don't want to feel like a burden, or we don't want people to think that we're not coping or anything like that. So and the fear, right? Especially when we're going through those fires of transformation and we're right in the thick of it. It's like, oh, I don't know what to do with this. Hey, Leslie, good to see you, lovely. I don't know what to do with this. So, I'm going to bottle it up, right? And I'm going to pretend everything's okay. But you're being told this week that authenticity, let people know when you need a little bit of help, knowing that it's only temporary, right? Don't feel like people are going to think you're a burden, or people are going to, I can't do that because it's too much to put on someone, or whatever it might be. Like, this is about letting all of that, leaving it aside for now, like going, okay, I know that's my inner people pleaser telling me that I can't ask for help. It's the part of me that thinks people, may think I'm weak, or, not strong, or, might take advantage of my vulnerability. Like, there might be a part of me that thinks I'm going to be taken advantage of if I'm vulnerable. But no, Source and Spirit is telling you this week very, very clearly, this is a week of collaboration. This is a week where when you collaborate, when you are authentic in letting people know, hey, look, I would love to work with you on this, or I need a bit of extra support, or I need a bit of extra help. It may even be requesting this in your relationship. It may even be saying at home, look, I need a little bit of extra support. I need a little bit of extra help. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable this week. It may bring up some stormy stuff. It may feel like there's a bit of pressure put on you to do so in being vulnerable, and it may feel uncomfortable to do so, but the outcome is most definitely going to be these sort of clearer skies and this beautiful, beautiful energy. So really, really gorgeous messages to go with those elemental oracle cards. Loving this reading. Sorry, I just bumped my table. Let me just go back. I'm seeing 1010. Love it. Nicole, my maternal grandmother passed on Tuesday morning. Lots of feels. Big hugs to you, lovely. Yes, that is huge thing when the loss of our family and loved ones on this earthly plane. Michael, I've been having bad anxiety attacks. My body has no energy. Will this pass? Will I be all right? I can't do anything. I love to clean, just don't have the energy. What should I do? Michael, definitely messages in here for you, lovely. Hopefully they've come through loud and clear, right? And that whole collaboration, you're feeling under pressure. This is the anxiety and everything is, there's so much pressure, okay? I feel like for you, relaying the message directly here that we've been getting, this really is about, have you been getting enough assistance? Have you been asking for help? Have you been allowing yourself to be vulnerable, Michael, and ask for help that you need when you need it? Okay. Or have you been over giving of yourself? is definitely, you know, this is the message here, and the message loud and clear is to be authentic in saying, I do need help, I do need an extra set of hands, or I do need someone to, you know, give me a bit of extra support with this, whatever this might be, right? So even emotional support, often we're not, you know, we don't ask for emotional support because, again, it's a weakness, or it's a sign of weakness, seemingly or allegedly. Of course, it's not. Vulnerability is actually not a sign of weakness, but that's how we see it, nor is authenticity. Quite the opposite. It takes a lot of strength to be vulnerable and authentic. Carrie, yes, this is general guidance, lovely. Hello, Lorraine. Okay, here you go, Carrie. Here are some messages for you, lovely. Absolutely. I'm feeling all of the things that I'm seeing here. Most definitely there are messages here for everyone and all of your comments. So I hope too that you can see how these messages absolutely are applying, and sources answering and giving you the guidance. Most definitely. This is the pressure, right? Carrie, same thing, change ahead. Feel like I've just come out of the storm. I'm not sure who popped that comment. Oh, I'm missing all these comments. Sorry, I can't see all the comments in my group either. So I'm missing some comments and some names. Tanya, beautiful kind of message. Yes. Carrie, definitely feels spot on. I'm so glad. Yes, Carrie. As soon as I read that, I was like, oh, I can see that. Sue, I lost someone that I love with all my heart. He passed very angry at me. Oh, Sue, all is forgiven when people transition. All is forgiven when people transition. There is no such thing as anger in when we transition back into universal consciousness. So it's like a reset. All is forgiven. And if you need to heal that wound with that person, you will have that opportunity to do so, lovely. And you can also heal it in your own heart, okay? Most importantly. And that connection is still there. Talk to that person. They're listening to you. All right. Let's keep going. Where are we at? Janice, yes, there is general guidance here for you. Lisa, I am just wondering if anyone else is experiencing your eyes keep on running like tears as if you're crying all the time. Not sure about the meaning. Oh, that's interesting, Lisa. Wow, that's very, very interesting. There may be a deeper meaning there for you of release as well, especially when we're talking about the vulnerability. It's quite lovely. Tears are good. I like tears. Tears are cleansing. Tears are about vulnerability. So there you go. But no, I don't think my eyes are running all the time. Really. It could also be a technological issue. But, you know, we don't know. But that could potentially be a message there for you as well. Where are we? Hello. I'm trying to keep up with all my comments everywhere. Tanya, yes, I feel that. Being vulnerable and leaving any doubt in my pocket. Love it. Jess, good morning. Hello. Lorraine, hello. Tanya, I've been having to ask for help as I am stuck at home for the next few weeks. There you go, Tanya. Allow it. People, and often we think that we're burdening other people. People like to help us. People like to feel, you know, especially if we're always the ones sort of giving others help, people like to feel that we, you know, they can return the favor at some point. They can render us assistance as well. So it's not necessarily a burden. Rosanna would love messages. Yes, there are messages coming through. Lovely. Maggie, morning from South Africa. I'm doing general readings here and I'm about to pull from another deck. Sue, you are very welcome. Carrie, okay. 100%. Love it. Yes, true. Goes both ways. Absolutely. All right. So let's go with the next deck I'm going to pull from is, I'm going to do the Hero's Journey. I love these cards. Come one more pull from these cards. These are probably my 3 favorite decks right now, I have to say. All right. So we've had some beautiful messages about, some pressure that we're going to feel at the beginning of this week, potentially moving in from last week, bringing in from last week. That pressure is the fires of transformation and transmutation and beautiful, beautiful change and shifts that are occurring. So welcome them, dance with them, and allowing yourself to be authentic, to be vulnerable, and to ask for support where you need it, to collaborate with others. And knowing that as you do that, as you move through that and allow yourself to be authentic in what you're feeling over the week and expressing that, then, there's going to be a really beautiful transition, almost like pot of gold rainbow transition towards the end of the week. That expansion is coming. It requires authenticity. It requires vulnerability. It requires cooperation and collaboration with others. Hello, Gail. Oh, all right. Beautiful, beautiful. So the last 2 cards that have come out. Oh, I love these. I love these. I love these. So the first one is Be the Bridge. Be the bridge. This is for the hero's journey. Such a beautiful card. And it says, expand your consciousness to behold both worlds. So this is the bridge between worlds. And again, this is where the whole be authentic comes in, the vulnerability comes in, because when we're our authentic self, when we're our authentic self, when we are vulnerable, when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, that's also when we're allowing our deeper connection. It's when we're allowing healing for our inner child. Our inner child is direct connection to source, to creation, to curiosity, to wonder, to our creative divine expression. So this is about expanding your consciousness to behold both worlds through that being vulnerable, being authentic, allowing yourself as well, as you are feeling under that pressure, allow yourself to be the bridge between the from point where you are coming from to the to point where you are going. So allow yourself, you are the bridge in the sense that you are the person who feels it. You are the person who experiences it. You are the person who expresses that transition. And so how are you going to move through that transition? It's like you are the bridge of transformation that you are walking over. At the same time, your feelings that you're experiencing are building that bridge. Your experience itself is building that bridge. So it's about you creating that bridge of transformation for yourself. What's it going to look like? How are you going to experience that transformation? So this really is source telling you, hey, you've got this. You are the one leading the charge. You know that being authentic is going to get you there. Collaborating is going to get you there. Asking for that extra support, help when you need it is going to get you there over this week. And you doing all of those things, taking all of that action, being authentic, taking action in alignment with that authenticity, that is you as the bridge to get you to the other side. I mean, that's the cool thing about it. That's what I love about when we do work with consciousness. We realize that we are the bridge. People talk about, you're here, you want to be here. What's the bridge to get you there? You are the bridge to get you there is the truth of it. And that's the truth all along, right? You were born with exactly what you need to get you to the success you are seeking. So you are the bridge. Expand your consciousness to behold both worlds and see the potential on the other side of the storm that you might be going through at this moment, or that's followed you in from last week, right? Isn't it gorgeous, Carrie? I love it, love it, love it. So cool, Tanya. And the other card that came out with it is just as superb. It's the magic zone. I mean, really, like seriously, this is Source saying you are in the magic zone this week. This is like I said, that magic zone can feel like all sorts of stuff going on. There's all sorts of, this actually says the exhilaration of discombobulation, right? The exhilaration of discombobulation. It's like everything can feel like there's stuff going on all around you. It's like, there's the pressure, there's the fire of transformation that we've been talking about. There's the uncertainty as well that goes with that transformation. Like, yes, I know that there's this sort of expansion at the end of the week, but boy, it feels really, really hard at the moment. I don't even know what's on the end of that. I don't even know what that expansion is going to look like, or what that change is going to look like, or what that transition or transformation is going to look like. But knowing that, it is the magic zone that you are in right now. This is the magic zone. This is where the magic happens, people. The magic often happens at this point where we are, it's an awesome word, isn't it? Discombobulation. It's one of my favorites, Tanya. We are at a point where we are, there's this change, there's this pressure. And what we think is, often we think the magic happens when, we're feeling good and we're feeling positive and we're all high vibing and everything else, and our frequencies living large. Here's the thing. The magic zone is also where the diamond is created, and the diamond is created through the pressure. The diamond is created through the fiery transformation and transition that occurs within the earth, right? Buried deep, often in when no one can see it. No one actually sees the process of the diamond being formed by the pressure that's forming it, because it happens deep down, right? And that's the same with us. Our magic, our treasures, our potential, all our superpowers often come as a result of us leaning into and experiencing and being vulnerable in our state of transformation, when we feel that pressure, when we've got things that we need to transmute at a deeper level internally. And so this week is definitely about going deep, and it's not surprising because of that Scorpio energy. It's about really, really going deep into the shadows. This is really about doing the work of the wounded healer this week, and going deep into the shadows, and recognizing that that is the magic zone. That's where it all happens, and that's where the light comes, the transformation comes, the transition comes, and that's where all of the beautiful energy of transmutation occurs for us, so that we can create that next state of evolution, of expansion and change. There's always a disintegration and a discombobulation before there is a new integration and a new potential that comes. It's just how it goes. It's like a making way for one as the other one comes through. So this is a week of transformation. This is a week where, there's going to be some discombobulation. There's going to be moments where you'll need people to help, where you'll need people to give you additional support, whether it be emotional, physical, mental, financial, even whatever it might be for you. There's going to be some experience where you are going to need to be a little bit more vulnerable than perhaps you have in the past, and asking for that support, letting other people know that you need it, and being authentic with that, but also in allowing yourself, that beautiful awareness that even though it might feel difficult, even though you might feel a bit of pressure, even though it might feel a little bit uncomfortable and discombobulating, there is the most beautiful, beautiful transformation coming toward the end of this week, expansion coming toward the end of this week. There's a light at the end of the tunnel is essentially the message from Source. And you are the tunnel. You are the bridge to get you to that point of light. So beautiful, beautiful message. Yes, Lee Tanya, most definitely. Beautiful cards, right, Gail? So cool. Loved these cards. Tanya, I'd like to build upon the bridge of communication with my middle two children. Oh, I love that. Tanya, my colleague and I are running a Soul Line Parenting workshop on the 20th of May. You might like to check that out. So if you want details of that, let me know, lovely. It's particularly for parents of tweens and teens, but even if you've got older kids, younger kids, it doesn't really matter. This is an insight into family dynamics that lets you see really where the deeper healing is occurring for your family, your immediate family, and also the healing that your family is doing on behalf of your entire lineage and the generations that came before and will come after. So if you're interested in something like that, Tanya, let me know. More than happy to send you the details. Leslie, I just did general readings today, lovely, but hopefully there were some messages for you in there as well, lovely. Okay, thank you everybody who's joined me. I think I've caught up with all of the comments. If I've missed any comments, please let me know. Shy, will I get the house I desperately need in the next month or two for me and my babies? Shy, maybe go back and review this, because there's definitely messages around things that you can do. There's maybe there's a way that you can collaborate with people. Maybe there's something that a different avenue for you. I feel that there's probably a message in here for you in this reading on that. Tammy, good morning, Tammy. With drama in my husband's family, will the husband, in my family go away? Am I correct on assumptions of the people causing it? General readings. General readings. These have just been general readings. All right. You are very welcome, JD. Yeah, absolutely, Tanya. I'm very, very happy to send you some more details. I'll actually shoot you a PM through and send you those details via Messenger, lovely, if you like. So just keep a lookout for those as well, and I'll just pop a comment in and let you know when I've done that too, when I've sent them. All righty. Thank you, everyone, for joining me for this session of A Bite with Bron, this bit an impromptu look into our week ahead. I'm actually really, really pleased that I just went with it. Honestly, I was like, I don't know this morning. I don't know. What am I going to do? We'll see. Yeah, I'm really, really glad that I took the guidance on looking at our week ahead, and hopefully it has been of benefit and really helped you as well. So enjoy the rest of your week. Remember to stay authentic, stay true to you, express yourself authentically. Don't be afraid to do that. Source has given us very, very clear guidance that when we do so and when we ask for that support and collaboration with others, there is going to be significant change ahead and expansion ahead and growth over the coming week. So might feel a little bit difficult to start with, but it's going to really shift as this week settles in for you as well. So enjoy the journey, all of it, even the discombobulating parts. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Lisa. You're very, very welcome. And I will see you again next week for A Bite with Bron. I'll probably see you again in the group beforehand, though. And I look forward to joining you. So if you want to see me before next week, join the group. You'll see more of me in my group. I do more lives in there as well. Oh, fabulous, Lisa. I love that you felt a shift from that. Absolutely beautiful. There's lots and lots of healing energy that comes through with these channels. So I'm very, very pleased that you felt that as well. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, if you want more of these messages, more of this type of healing, more trauma-informed resources, tools, tips, then by all means, please join our group, Star Healers for Humanity, where shift happens. I have popped the link to join in the description of this video for those who are not already in my group, and also in the comments here. Nicole, so much love to you, gorgeous woman. Lots of love to everyone who's joined me. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I do appreciate you bringing your energy to these lives, and I will see you again next time for A Bite with Bron. Bye for now.